Welcome to Dateline Schools, a presentation of the St. Clair County Regional Educational Service Agency, with your host, Chris Troy.
Growing up in 2023 can be really rough for some young kids. The peer pressure, the social media, everything that goes with growing up. And there's one organization now that has reached out to the young ladies who are currently growing up, meeting those challenges, A Beautiful Me. Director Karen Palka is joining us here today. Karen, thanks a lot for being here.
Thanks, Chris, for having me.
Now tell me a little bit about the history of A Beautiful Me.
So in 2008, I was noticing this shift happening in young ladies, specifically in my daughter's grades, 3rd and 6th grade. And I was thinking, what happens if young ladies become women and then they don't see their value and purpose and worth in life? What's our world going to look like? So we started this little hobby of building girls' self-esteem.
Now, what are the age groups of your young ladies?
So we focus on 3rd through 12th grade, or 8 to 18, and our pinpoint target audience is 5th grade.
What is kind of, I guess you would say, your mission statement? When a young lady comes to work with you, how would you like to see her develop in your program and who she would want to become?
So really understanding that you are valuable just because you're you, that you were created on purpose, for a purpose. And sometimes we look to other people for validation, and we have to understand that it comes from within. And so we want our young ladies in that 5th grade time to start to not try to measure up to other people and to see that they are loved and valuable.
And what are some of the challenges that you see for a young lady who just comes into this program?
So all girls are facing this challenge because the study shows that a girl's self-esteem peaks at age 9 and plummets from there and never regains itself. At 9th grade, it basically levels off. So imagine these girls of all economics, all ethnicities, all over the country and world, where they're like really not seeing that they have self-worth. So if maybe they have the skill in technology, or maybe they have the skill in science and math, they aren't going to go for that. They aren't going to encourage themselves to go that way unless they see their value.
Karen, what are some of the programs now that you offer to help these ladies understand their self-worth?
There's a few different things we offer. Our primary program is in the schools during and after school, and that is a 4-week workshop series called Be Beautiful. And then other programs that we have are assemblies. They are very successful, bringing in the whole group of a grade of girls. And over a course of an hour, we have worked with many hundreds of girls just building their self-esteem through an assembly, very interactive, because I believe that's a strong part of how our curriculum actually is retainable, because it's interactive. And then we have other programs that are slowly developing and becoming pretty important to our programs.
Well, speaking of programs, you have a program that's right here in downtown Port Huron called The Closet, which just before we got started, you were telling me all about that. I really found it interesting. Tell the listeners about The Closet.
So a brick and mortar store that looks like a dress store called The Closet by A Beautiful Me is actually a program. What we do is we teach teen girls business, philanthropy, and entrepreneurial skills. We target 8th grade, but any girl from 8th through 11th grade can apply to this free program. It's a 3-step series of certification. And I think it's going to be a great program for girls to get that initial skills in business and kind of help direct their other schooling that they're going through on a daily basis.
Karen, I'm sure when people hear this, they're going to say, what can I do? How can I help donate to this? What can an average person do? And what organizations are out there in the community who also are currently helping you?
You know, a nonprofit works through funding that's a little bit differently. We're a business model, and we get our funding through 3 different basic sources: individuals, businesses, and then also grants. But we focus more on individuals and businesses, and some of those businesses here locally have been instrumental in us being able to grow, and that would be PTM Corporation, WGRT, many different organizations through the Community Foundation of St. Clair County. And then most recently, we've partnered with Community Mental Health of St. Clair County and brought some more programming to the girls here in the county, but also individuals. An individual monthly donation, $10, $15, $25, that makes a direct impact here locally to our girls.
And being a nonprofit, does that provide any tax incentives for anyone who wishes to donate?
Yes, any of those kind of donations, be it sponsorship or a individual, definitely gives you a tax incentive. But we invite people to come and tour our spaces so that they can see where their dollars go.
How many young ladies are involved in your program right now, roughly?
Well, roughly, because we're in the schools, it works a little differently, but just from January through September, we had 500 girls participate in our programs. And that is a really big number for us. And I know that we can reach more girls, but it creates the funding is what helps us reach more.
But St. Clair County isn't the only location this program is.
A Beautiful Me can be found all over Michigan, more in the southeast Michigan. So we work in St. Clair County and Macomb County primarily, then as well as Wayne and Oakland and Lapeer. And it's just been a great season because if someone hears about us and we can reach them, we will go to them. So people don't have to come to us because we go to the schools. So if someone is listening and wants us to come to their school, they just have to reach out to us at our website, abeautifulme.com.
Now, over the last few programs, you've talked about things like the closet and other programs that you have, but you also have some other programs coming up. One is a self-defense class for young ladies. Tell me about that.
Yes, an intro to self-defense. It's a really important program for our young ladies to have some basic skills. And a young lady who's a senior, she is achieving her Gold Award through Girl Scouts and came up with this idea and partnered with us so that we can provide this as a free event to girls in St. Clair County and then also another date in Macomb County.
And what is the date of this event and where is it going to be located?
So the January 21st, it's a Saturday. It's going to be located here at our offices in downtown Port Huron. And then the other one on January 28th will be at the Macomb Intermediate School District.
Well, Karen, we appreciate so much everything that you do for the community, everything that you're doing for the young ladies out there. Gives us all a good sense of good hope of what's going to happen in the future. For Dateline Schools, I'm Chris Troy. Dateline Schools is a presentation of St. Clair County RESA.